The key is to embody the person that you're wanting to become. Who is the professional actor that you envision yourself being? You have to start being that person today. Today. How would you stand? How would you talk? What would you feel? How proud of yourself would you be? Breaking through barriers to achieving your goals and your dreams. Hey everybody, my name is Jade. I will tell you my story. It's about time I tell you how I got to where I am today. I was born in Lebanon, and when I was 1 year old, my family, my parents decided to escape Lebanon because of the war and to go and create a better life for me and my brother. They left their country, which was a whole story on its own that could be a movie, and ended up in Switzerland, in Geneva, where we waited until we got the go to Canada or Australia. We ended up going to Canada. My parents had $300 in their pockets when they left, so they had to find a way to survive. And early on in my life, I realized that you had to find a job to survive in this world, that people were doing things that they didn't necessarily want to do to live. And all I knew was that this was not an option for me, that I wanted to do something that I loved, that I wanted to enjoy my life, and that my work would be something that sparked life within myself. And I remember watching movies and TV and seeing the people on there and saying, oh my God, these people, that's their job. That's what they do. The only problem was that since my parents were so focused on survival and creating a life as refugees in Canada, they weren't concerned with creating the life of your dreams. It was just about survival and creating a life for your family. And the other problem was that nobody in my family knew anything about the acting industry. Nobody could guide me. Nobody could tell me what to do and how to do it. So I had no help. I had to figure it out. So I started obsessing about how am I going to make this happen as a little kid. I knew I was going to make it happen, but I didn't know how. And I didn't feel like I could. One day a friend of mine at school told me, hey, I'm part of this acting class community center. Do you want to join? It could be fun. And I said, yeah. And I signed up and I started taking classes. And a few weeks later, we did a presentation for the parents in a high school theater. And something happened to me that day. I walked on stage and in an instant, I can only describe it like my heart opening. And I had a full vision of my future, full vision of my life in an instant. I could see the potential. I could see where I was going. And I knew that this feeling was what I was after and what I had to follow. And I remember this so clearly. In fact, that's what started my entire journey. And I've been following that feeling ever since. And it has never failed me. That feeling showed me exactly where to go, what to do. It was just a knowing within me. Now I'm known around the world for my art, for my acting, for my music. And I've achieved a lot of incredible dreams. For a little refugee kid, this is a lot. I've worked with huge superstars. I've worked alongside people who were born into the industry, who had parents who were part of the industry, so they knew exactly what steps to follow. I had to figure it out all on my own. And the problem was that I didn't think that it was good enough for a long time. I didn't think I was pretty enough. Actually, I thought I was quite ugly. I did not have self-confidence. I was super awkward, but I could tell that one day I would become this person. So I stuck with it and I did everything I could so that I could become the person that I had envisioned when I was 10 years old on that stage. I spent a lot of my early days in agony at this dream that I had inside me, but I had no idea how to make happen. I was depressed, I was afraid, and I always felt that I was not good enough. The ride was not super fun, to be honest. It was a lot of, I'm not good enough, I'm never gonna make it, I'm not going to succeed, what if I don't succeed? It was a lot of fear. And then it was starting to realize, oh my gosh, I'm not even in the right place. Shouldn't I be in Hollywood? That's where all the stars are. How am I supposed to get there? I'm here. I'm in this little city. I'm a nobody. How can I make this happen for myself? But there was a knowing in me. Deep in me, I knew that I was meant for this. That I was one day going to become the person that I was meant to become. And I was going to do everything I could to get there. Remember the feeling that I was talking about? That's the feeling that I kept following. And that feeling started guiding me and leading me to the right actions to get towards my dream. And that feeling guided me to manifest literal dreams. I always knew I wanted to play an elf in a fantasy series. And I ended up doing just that. I always knew I wanted to be in a series like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which was my favorite show. And I ended up doing just that. I always knew I was going to meet incredible fans across the world because of my talent, because of my acting. And I ended up doing just that. And so many of my dreams came true in a literal way. Later on in my journey, one of my top goals was to become a guest judge on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I ended up doing just that. So what got me from where I am today to where I'm going? It was this knowing, this feeling. And it was, honestly, the hard-headed, laser focus of achieving my goal, no matter what. In order to do that, I had to go through so many ups and downs, fear, feeling not good enough, being afraid, I remember at the premiere of Shadowhunters in Hollywood at this Hollywood mansion, realizing, oh my God, here I am, and I've been 100% myself the entire time. Look, I do understand the fear that you might be feeling. Feeling not good enough, not in the right place, too old, not having enough money, thinking that it's impossible, being afraid to go for your dream because what if it doesn't happen? But I can promise you that if you have a desire, a dream within you, that means that you can achieve it. There is always a way to get from where you are to where you want to be. I know how you feel. You feel like you might never get there, so why even try? You already have so much life to take care of. You barely have the time to take care of that life and pay those bills, so why go for a new dream that seems so impossible and unachievable and unreachable, right? But there is always a way to get there. And the best part that I have discovered throughout my journey is that you are not alone. There is a force that's there, an intelligence that's working with you. And you see, that's what kept me going again and again. Because when I made the investment in myself and the commitment that I was going to make this happen, something incredible happened. Almost magical things happened in my life. People were brought into my life, opportunities were brought into my life, and I ended up being in the exact right place at the exact right time for my dream to come to me. Life gave me again and again and again an ultimate proof that there was an intelligence backing me up, that life was backing me up, that the universe was backing me up, whatever you want to call it. God, universe, your inner being, there is something there with you, making your dream come true with you. So you're not alone. You have incredible leverage helping you achieve this. So how to achieve your dream is taking out of the equation, because this intelligence, that's the part that takes care of the how. What we have to do as dreamers is to get excited that this dream is going to come true. It's to align with the vision of your dream coming true. And then watch the miracles come into your life, the guidance come into your life, the pathways open for you so you can reach your goal. The key is to embody the person that you're wanting to become. Who is the professional actor that you envision yourself being? You have to start being that person today. Today. How would you stand? How would you talk? What would you feel? How proud of yourself would you be? I know that you dream of being someone that you've always envisioned yourself being. I know it might seem so far away and impossible to reach. I am now wanting to help others become that person, to share everything that I've learned in the last 15 years that I know for certain within myself, so that I can help you achieve your dreams and goals. Have you ever felt like your dreams were unachievable, or faced opposition or lack of support from those around you? Have you struggled with the fear of failure, or doubting your abilities, or just feeling like you're not good enough, or just not pretty enough, or that those types of things don't happen to you? I know how you feel because I felt those things. I felt them a lot, actually. And what that caused in me is this tug of war between knowing that my dream was possible and feeling not good enough, feeling all the way down here when I had to get up there. But I kept going. The key to achieving your dreams is to align yourself with that vision of who you are when that dream is happening. It's to align yourself with your vision and then take action towards becoming the person you want to be. Take action as that person who's already that person. You've got to believe in yourself and in your abilities. And you've also got to believe in the force, this intelligence that's there, life backing you up, life working with you. And the more you commit to yourself and to your dream, the more life is there to support you. Take inspiration from my journey, from a little kid, a refugee who had this impossible dream in front of him and was able to achieve it, despite all the barriers in the way. And not only that, I'm a queer artist. I'm a person of color. I wasn't supposed to succeed based on what society tells me. And I did. Why? Because I followed the guidance from within me. I didn't let anybody else's beliefs dictate what was possible for me. And eventually, that's what happened around me. So don't let fear or lack of support hold you back from achieving your dreams. Even going for your dreams, taking the first steps towards your dreams. I'm gonna ask you one thing. Share in the comments below, what is the one action that you can do today to align with the vision of the person that you want to be? And we'll start from there. Thanks for listening.